think it's good for the players to understand exactly where they were at. And I think a lot of the guys left out of there, in a really positive mood on what they needed to work on this summer.
Did you have any guys that maybe indicated that they would look to transfer?
Coach, you mentioned getting out of the office. How weird was it this spring to not get out of the office, to not be on the road, to not be going to high school spring practices, and that kind of stuff?
Well, for one, it's always good to get out, not only recruit and see players, but also to see friends. In this profession, you run into a lot of different guys out on the road. You go watch a prospect, practice ball, and there may be 10 to 15 different universities that day. So that's something I miss. I guess camaraderie, that's involved there. But yeah, it's been different.
Jeremy, have you had a chance to use any of the new weight room equipment that Coach Fitzgerald brought in, and you had a chance to use any of that?
Is that a joke?
Maybe.
No, I've not been in the weight room.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the recruiting strategy? I know this year, in terms of number of commitments, it's not as many as some schools. Will this be a typical pattern, or is it this year you want to have a chance to assess everyone over the summer?
Well, I'm really worried about the guys that we get. I don't know how many everybody else's get. So I think our guys are doing a really good job, and we're excited about the direction we're going.
Coach, are you considering bringing back or participating in any 7-on-7s?
Talking about this
Passing, 7-on-7 passing.
for high school kids.
Or your guys?
Our guys will do 7-on-7 this summer. Everybody does 7-on-7 all over the country. So it's voluntary. They'll go out there and the kids will organize whenever they get organized.
You said you felt better about the team. Obviously, we talked to you the day right after, well, actually the same day of the game, but what were some positives that you saw upon reflecting on that orange and white game or on the guys returning?
Well, I thought it was a really good indication if you looked at both teams. One team had a little bit more success and they kind of fed off of it. The other team didn't, and they seemed to make a few more mistakes and didn't hardly have the same type of energy. So it was a really good lesson for both teams, letting external factors affect how you play, which to me was the scoreboard.
Jeremy, you mentioned last week at Rotary you appreciated the Chancellor's contributions and the AD's contributions. Just what was your reaction to last week's news, and how does that affect momentum for your program, the change in leadership for the university?
It will have no effect on our program. We've got great leadership and Coach Fulmer, and I was thankful for what Chancellor Davenport did while we worked together, but we're moving forward and excited about Wayne Davis.
You guys talk a lot about expectations. You just kind of stress to your players.
Can you turn that light down a little bit?
Do you just stress to your players that you've been on national championship teams, you know what it takes, you've seen it? Is that kind of what you try to stress to them when it comes to expectations?
No, we're learning to do our best. We're learning how to prepare, how to go about our business. I think we figured out how to practice this spring, so moving forward, I think we'll understand that. So the first day we go out there in fall camp, we'll probably improve as a football team. So there's lots of things that we're doing for the first time.
What do you want to, on this Big Orange Caravan, what do you want to be able to express to the fans and the boosters that show up here? What's your message going to be? I asked Coach Fulmer that about 10 minutes ago. What side of Jeremy Pruitt do you want these folks to see or know about your program?
I'd say the biggest thing is everybody's going in the same direction. I think everybody's excited about Tennessee football, basketball, baseball, softball, all sports. There's a lot of really good things going on, and everybody pulling in the same direction. I think we're all excited about it, and everybody wants us to have success in all sports, but we got to make sure we're all going in the same direction, which we are.
Jeremy, have you guys decided if Alante and Emerson are they going to stay where they ended spring, or have you determined where they're going to be positionally?
No, we've not decided.
Are you still evaluating possibility maybe of adding another graduate transfer? You're not evaluating?
Coach, is the job in Knoxville being head coach, is it as big or
participating?
Well, I think having an opportunity to work at the places I've worked and seeing big-time football, I pretty much knew what I was getting into.
How's the time been? I know it's just started with Coach Fulmer, but to get this sort of downtime, I mean, you're not a guy that likes to stay in one place and sit around. I know you probably rather be looking at recruiting tape right now, in fact, but what has it been like to warm up to Coach Fulmer a little bit, get to maybe know him a little better than maybe you did going into this whole tour?
You know, you can see why Coach Fulmer was a good recruiter when he was coaching. He's easy to get to know. Me and him have a lot of the same things in common. We see a lot of things the same way. So it's, you know, I've only known him for a short time, but it seems like I've known him for a very long time. So I'm excited to continue to work with him and what he can help bring to our program.
Coach, the support staff, it seems like Tennessee has made a massive commitment to building that out. Is it where you want it? You anticipate adding more? And how happy are you with the way Tennessee stepped up to make that happen?
You know, I think a lot of people, you know, when we got there, we didn't really create any new jobs. Those jobs were already there. All we did was replace some of the people who were in those jobs.
Jeremy, how much are you looking forward to getting some of the rest of this recruiting class this past month? These guys that you signed, how much are you looking forward to getting those guys in? How exciting is it to add those guys to your team officially? You know?
Well, I think if you looked at the guys who participated in the orange and white game, and you count the signees, you count the guys that was injured, you know, there could be anywhere between 27 and 30 guys who didn't participate in the orange and white game that will be there in the fall, which will completely change our football team.
So when Greg McElroy said the other day, and I know you don't pay a lot of attention to what everybody else is saying, but he put a theory out there that there could be 12 guys starting that didn't even play in the orange and white game. Is that a far-fetched notion, or is that really a possibility with the kind of guys you got coming back from injury and coming in with the recruiting class?
Well, it's going to be hard for me to gauge on who could be a starter and who can't when there's 30 guys that wasn't on our team that didn't participate in spring. So I know the good thing is there'll be lots of competition.
Coach, is K-Ron Caliber, was he ahead of schedule and coming off the knee surgery? Were you happy with what he got done in the spring? Did you expect him to do that much?
He did get to participate some toward the end of spring, and he done pretty well coming off that injury. So he's staying in the month of May and rehabbing. We've got a lot of guys. I think we got 30 guys that are here in the month of May that are going to the mini term, and I think that's a good number. I looked down there and I saw a bunch of them working out, so I'm excited to see that.
J.J. Peterson coming in as an outside linebacker or a Mike, or is that yet to be determined?
Yeah, we've not decided that yet. The good thing is he can play multiple positions, so that's exciting.
Coach, you've proven to be pretty honest in your interviews, post-game press conferences, sometimes brutally honest. Is that something that is a main characteristic trait for you that you want to take credit for?
To me, if I get asked a question, I need to answer it to the best of my ability, and that's all I try to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Y'all are trying to ask some trick questions today, huh? 7-on-7. And you guys are all worried about the team.
Thanks, Coach.
Question.
I've been waiting.